We'll start in a little bit. By the way, I did the stream title again. Alright, that's enough. We'll get to hear that later. Alright then. Okay, we're starting with Moth. Let's see. Oh, please don't crash. Oh, first run, Movie Moth Extra. Finally, someone's not playing Rainbow, and they're actually gonna be, you know, not suffering on the boss. Huh. Right, I guess you could do that. Full power. Indeed, we have 5 extra difficulty runs. This is probably gonna be a short TRS, but that's okay. We've almost caught up, so we need to have shorter TRSs now. I say that as Kastari immediately plans to fill the queue up again with like 50 runs, but let's put that aside. Look at how much damage Movie is doing. Wow. That is considerably better than Rimue. Good strat on this. Very good strat on this. Right side, Okay. Nope, no misdirect. That's a nice ethical first spell. Not that it means anything. This is piss easy. Oh, that didn't look quite right. Thank you, Reimu Box. Well, does this game even have Reimu Box? Okay, it works. It looked like it wasn't gonna work for a second. Oh, okay. Hello? Oh. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, no, it always, you have to just react to something happening. I don't usually see, okay. Alright, that works. You know, moth needles really do feel very exaggerated. Visual effects stands for so long. Alright, the hard spells begin. Good RNG so far. Good. This dumb last non and 2 survivals. Yeah, this is the most standard red frog route that we didn't get to see last time, in favor of something that was considerably stranger. But I mean, Pop Fan just kind of gorilla'd his way through the entire mess until the end, so Uncriticized. Oh. Uh-oh. Eee! Nice. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Oh,
How's the TRS going so far?
we just started.
Just started. Watching Moth.
Yes.
Is it Kumori's first clear, or is this a shot collection replay?
It looks like it's an EXNN. Well, so far.
The excellent, alright.
Some pretty scary red frog dodgers towards the end, but to be expected maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a... If there's something to do in the EXNN on, it's this stage, I feel like, because it's like... Sueko is very straightforward.
Yeah, that's... Hard spells are all
She's
towards
like
the
a
end,
fun-
and it's just the two survivals really that are killer.
Yeah, it's like a... She's not too hard, she's just like a fun little challenge to like... Not put too much into.
Yeah. Taco's just a nice chill boss. Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't get in the pocket there, but got anyway. Alright, here goes. The challenging part of Touhou War. Oh, doing this
The
top.
spam. That's interesting.
Oh no, oh no! Okay. That's some very
Worked
good
out.
reactions there. Nice, nice, nice. And then Mishaguchi-sama should be no problem.
Yeah, this one's usually kind of straightforward. Which I like.
Yeah, it's mostly just a nerf pattern.
You know, you learn stuff like this in the USD stage 1.
I wonder how much flags will we get if this was the final spell of a modern EX stage though. Alright, that's a very nice EX and there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, good job Komori.
Nice.
Dialogue.
Was it not tagged as the excellent?
It was, but you know, keep it a
No,
secret
okay.
to the audience. Otherwise it's just very boring.
Yeah, that's smart. I like that.
Next we have his Syphis extra, so let's just boot that up.
It's a lot of extra stages.
Yeah. Probably too many.
Too many extra stages is not a thing. IMO. They usually like just pretty alright.
Alright,
Considering it's just one stage.
okay. Did I... Oops. Right. 1 second, I forgot that, that does that. Okay, Steam overwrites the existing replays with old ones, so I have to just reload it like that. Okay, update the stream. Oh, I got it. There you go. Right. Sun wasn't tagged as anything, so I'm gonna assume it's just a 1cc.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe the guy who submitted this had the same idea as you. Keep it secret.
I'm just gonna skip this a bit. Yeah, it's definitely not a NNN because he's already releasing, but Releasing makes this stage really easy, so why not do it for 1cc?
Yeah,
Although
I mean, could
not
be an
learning
linguist.
this spell is a bit... whatever it was. Oh! What was that? Okay. Oh, Death Bomb. Oh! Oh, you can just kind of stand in the middle of those yin-yang circles and release, and they work out just fine. Release twice. Also not safe spotting or Kina nons. Not very safe technically, but... yeah, the releases just really take care of the entire stage. Scoring, it's a bit more... how do I put it? Less precise. Oh! Okay, never mind, we're just doing a release for damage. Yeah, that's fine. First spell is kind of difficult for 1cc. Oh, that's a trap. Yep. Release again. The thing about if you're trying to 1cc the extra stage, you should really try to get more PIV. That way you can get a lot more extra lives. And it's not that hard to get more PIV during the stage either. Even during the boss. Okay. Releasing to collect the release items. Not sure if it was worth it, but it happened.
I respect it.
I think I prefer doing this spell above Okina instead of below her, though you do have to watch out for her ramming into you afterwards. And also, one death is still pretty bad for that. And the lack of PIV is really just turning around now, it hasn't even gotten 16 million extent.
I'm gonna have to head off again because I have people drilling
It's okay.
in the apartment.
This is very few resources for this pointedly stage. You'll get one more extend, but... oh no! Oh, don't do that. Oh, and this spell. With Reimu, you get a lot more leniency on this spell. You can deal damage, but it's still not easy for 1cc. Ideally, you want to release like right about now, yeah, and then do the cutback, but got caught off guard by an off-screen bullet. I mean, you could, but that is like way too much for a 1cc player. Yeah, since Reimu's shot can hit behind her and the main shot itself doesn't... what? Oh my god. But yeah, the main shot itself doesn't do that much damage and her back shots do a lot of damage, so ideally you want to try to dodge from above her as much as possible. I know if you're like uncomfortable with dodging bullets behind you, then it definitely seems safer this way, but that's kind of what this whole extra stage is about in the first place. I really don't like this resource count. Well, still dodging for a couple of waves, but then got scared, I guess. Oh, almost died. I mean, sure, you can release it for some PIV, I guess, but it's not really worth much. Alright, so another release, and is that the last non? I think so, yeah. So you'll get the 80 million extend, but I don't know about the 100 mil. Then the, was it 150 mil or was it 250 mil? I can't remember. So if you want to try scoring this spell, or at least kind of like look for score during the spell, what you want to do is you want to release like near the bottom as Lucina is laying the bullets. So you want to release right, middle, left, and left, right, middle, left, and like middle, right, just going back and forth, following Lucina kind of. And if you're killing the spirit orbs, then you should also be getting enough release items to keep doing it. Nice effective way of getting a bunch of score for helping you reach a bunch of extends. Though in this case, you're probably not gonna hit the 100 mil extend anymore. Oh yeah, that's right, you skip this pattern. This is kinda sad. There's really no need to be that scared of the laser. Ah well, whatever works. Oh! Oh, you did get the 100 mil extend. Oh, it's because of the spell bonus of the extra... of the survival, right. Wait, that's it? Oh, I forgot that the extra stage has this few extends, but... That was kinda risky for like a portion of the fight. Uh-oh. Oh. That's getting trapped. I mean, good use of your releases to escape from situations, but yeah, releases aren't really great for that since you don't really get iframes from them. Like that. Oh, doesn't matter. Congrats on 1cc. Why is everyone reading dialogue today? Alright. What's next on the schedule? Next is EMS extra scoring. Thank you, dear. We once again get some more lemon. Can't have a Sunday tiaras without linen. So this has instructed us to skip a couple of salami nons because they are very boring and static. Okay, Yabusame. Oh, that's loud. One sec. Does this work? No. No, it does not. Right. One sec. What? Oh, that's wrong. Okay. There you go. That's better. Alright, so refresher for those of you who still haven't seen Lennon scoring, despite the multiple Lennon scoring runs that have been submitted to TRS before. Lennon scoring is not at all like Touhou scoring. For one, there's no PIV system. So the point items and the power items that you see here basically don't really give you any points. They are worth very little. Instead, what is worth is one thrill or grace. Grazing in Lennon games is significantly stricter than it is in Touhou. You have to be significantly closer to the bullet. But thrill gives you a lot of points, and the other is cancelling bullets. In this game, you have the flash bomb gauge, which you fill by grazing. And once it's filled, you can press X on your unfocused to use the flash bomb. And it basically just, for this character, it puts a small circle around her that cancels bullets for a very short while. Unfortunately, there is like nothing worth doing on the stage section, so we just get to watch the stage being done. Okay, so Yabusame is a spread homing shot. That sounds really dumb, because it is. Yabusame basically only really does damage if you're either shotgunning or if you have full power and... Oh, that was a force flash bomb. Or if you, the shots are like clumped up, which they are like every half a phase. The homing shot is very useful on certain spells like this one, but the lack of power itself makes it a very poor survival character in general. Oh, and that's right, the last source of points is spell caps. A lot of spell cap bonuses actually. The gimmick of this spell is that it will slow down once it hits like the 4.5 second mark, so they can actually dodge it. What the hell were these dodges? Alright, we're almost done at the stage. It's just a post-mid boss section now. And then we get to a really dumb extra stage boss. This music is so loud. Lennon has a tendency of using really loud instruments as part of its like climax during the tracks. I'm gonna tune down the video volume even further, hold on. And here you get to see a classic example of Jinx stage design, which is spam enemies that will fire a lot of bullets if you don't kill them in time. Thankfully, Yabusame kind of negates that. Although for this, you actually want to let it fire bullets because look at the thrill. Look at the grace. This is literally all aimed. But it drops a bomb item, so you want to, kill it. Because the clear bonus is also a major contributor in your total score for an extra stage. Well, not just for an extra stage, I guess. For main game as well. Your remaining lives are counted down and they give bonus score. And these are the nons. He's just gonna be sitting there for 50 seconds more. It is 100% static, so he will never die, and he's just gonna get more and more great this way. Let's skip this. Alright, first spell. That already looks bullshit. Force flash bomb. Oh! That almost looked like a test. Alright, second non, also static. In fact, there's only 2 variations. We're skipping this. Second spell, this is actually not too bad, considering you can also shotgun it if you have a Salame. Oh! That looked like a mistake there. Because there's a safe spot here, again. And once again, 50 seconds of this we're skipping. Look at the grace, it's 1300. No, not 1300, 13,000. And the fourth non also has a safe spot. Isn't Lennon wonderful? Isn't Lennon wonderful? Alright. This is the 5th spell of the fight and... wait, 4th spell. And this is the dumbest spell of the fight on... oh no, actually no. It has the potential to be really dumb though. If the ladder just decides to be right over where your position is and you're walled off by random bullets. This is very bad on Absurdly Extra. Like that. So I'll talk about what the flower petals do. They're a score multiplier. You fill them by performing well, like capping spells and stuff. But if you die, it drops by a lot, so you can't die. Sounds like BOSM. This non doesn't have a safe spot, it's random. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, this spell is the one that is so dumb on Absurdly Extra. It is practically undodgeable. But it also spawns a ton of bullets even on regular Extra, so you bomb it, and look at the max that's constantly happening. So the cancel items in Lennon work by how many cancel items you're receiving in a row. So if you're bombing and you're cancelling a ton of bullets at once, then most of the bullets are going to end up having max cancelled value, which gives you a lot of score. Now it looks like he also doesn't really want to bomb it, so maybe he's preserving bombs for something in the later, or maybe he needs the bomb for survival, because the rest of the stage does get pretty dumb. Again. No, flash bombs do not consume bombs, they just consume the gauge on the left. Alright, this spell, it's supposed to be a yin yang yang symbol, but you know, you can graze this thing and then flash bomb and go back and forth, so it dies really fast. Unfortunately, because the... oh wow, what the hell? On that spell, because those bullets that he was grazing don't cancel, it's not worth just flash bombing it non-stop. You just want a spell bonus. God, this non is dumb. Alright, this is a blind killer spell. You just spin it, and then it's free. And then you spin it again. This non. The pretty much only doable non. Well, not really the only doable non, but like the one maybe kind of fun non of the fight. Alright, and this is also extremely dumb. Once again, giant ladder of lasers, and if they decide to intersect their position right in the middle, you're screwed. And then the survival, where the boss just chases you around a bit. And now the boss is just gonna start spawning lasers as it goes. That's a little close for comfort. Alright, last phase, where the boss is just gonna start spawning lasers randomly. And then they're gonna start spawning bullets. And that is a wall. That is a wall. Yeah, we're still nowhere near the clear score, so that gives you an idea of how big the clear bonus in this game is, in this stage is. Alright, this final has the lasers just moving downwards. Obviously it's safer the higher you go, but obviously the boss is also not gonna let you have that space. So it's better just dodge down here the whole time. Now, Yabusame can't kill it very fast. Oh no, that's cutting it pretty close. Alright, so at the end of score calculation we have 40 mil. This clear bonus is gonna give the majority of the score. Not from this bonus, from the lives being depleted. And dying to the survival at the end of it probably did cost him something in score. And also there was one disastrous non, so that score is a 207403933. It looks like it's the world record as of 23rd of May. So yeah, congratulations dear. Lennon scoring. Alright, next up we have FDF2 Phantasm. Oh no, why is the layout like... Fuck. Who's this player? This was okay. Let's see. Wonderful. One sec. Oh, that's also pretty loud. No, he hasn't submitted the game over speed run, but we saw like 2 BVC runs which are also very dumb. One where Nitori was trying to die on Unreal, on max upgrades and couldn't die. because Nithori was shooting and stuff. And the other was a no dodge run of the episode of the extra stage, where they just kind of bombed or flash bombed everything that could be threatening. Yeah, I saw that. Wish and Chris speedrun game overing on easy with max upgrades, and it still takes a really long time. I don't know if we've actually seen this extra Phantasm stage on TRS before, but I guess I'll just briefly explain FDF2 again. So FDF2 has a border system. It's the gauge on the bottom left. Once it reaches 8,000, you get the border active. If you can keep the border activated for a certain amount of time, and you can refill the gauge by collecting more items and grazing, it'll level up, and you can get, this is a level 2 border, you can get like 3 levels of a border maximum. The more levels it is, the more resources you get from it. And the resources that you get from it alternate in bomb pieces, and life pieces per border. So here you get 3 bomb pieces, and the next border you get 3 bomb... Well, actually no, I think there was a border at the start of the stage as well, so this should be 3 life pieces next. Yeah, this will be life pieces, so... Oh yeah, these rocks have hitboxes, so don't run into them. But the tentacles are like lasers-ish, so you can graze them a lot. Alright, Yukari mid-boss. Oh, I see, most of the spell name didn't make it in because of locale issues. Never mind. This mid-boss spell is strangely trippy. The bullets descend in a very awkward pattern, so it's kinda easy to get clipped by accident. Alright, and now we have Rain. I mean, this is considerably easier than Rain, and you can kill the rocks for some extra cherry. Oh, nice. I wonder who's spawning the Deep Mist Labyrinth pattern. Can't imagine who. But it doesn't last very long, and that's the end of the stage section. Oh, no, I lied. Hello, Suika. Suika? Okay, so this spell is a recreation of Pandemonium, which is a spell that Suika had in a photo game, I think STB. It might have been a final pattern of that game. But yeah, the spell gradually transitions from using zone-style bullets to FDF-style bullets, which are a lot more realistic looking. I think you can tell from these portraits that Suika has gone a bit insane. Alright, so Suika as a boss is all about raw power. I mean, that's kind of the design of Oni, isn't it? But because of that, this boss fight has a lot of very fast things, but it's not actually very difficult. In fact, I would say that this stage is easier than the extra stage. Alright, first spell. All of these rocks are grazeable, and you actually get a lot of graze from them. But for once, if you just want to kill it fast, then just misdirect the big rock and kill Suika as quickly as you can. Otherwise, for 1cc, you can grind for resources there. Alright. This just aim stuff. Really not much about it. FDF really likes using bullets that, like strange looking bullets that have generally very small hitboxes, and the rocks also are pretty forgiving. Alright, Pay attention to the geyser, it's gonna explode and spawn those fireball lanes, and then there's a bit of random stuff to dodge. Not a very hard spell otherwise. It's mostly just a blind killer. Extra bosses Yukari, yes. This non is kind of random, but you should be fine. It's a lot of fast reading though. Okay, this spell has these giant rods of chains on them. They will pull back up after a while, so you want to make sure that you're in the safe position after dodging through the random spam. Well, they're like rings, but I think they're randomly oriented. Still though, this spell is like very easy once you know where to go roughly, and with Mercer you can kill it very fast. Alright, this non is once again just aim stuff. The rocks that are aimed away from you are just for show, don't actually run into them. Okay, this spell, this giant thing is gonna break apart slowly. The challenge is just with an area restriction, dodge random spam, and whenever she explodes she'll fire a ring of fireballs, which I think they're not even aimed, they're just random. But you can see that just from that dodge alone, that the walls and the rocks themselves have very generous hitboxes. Oh my god! Okay, next non. This non is once again just random stuff. Don't get walled off. Okay, this spell, you want to stay in this grid over here, the large grid in the middle of these chains. It's gonna bob back and forth while you have to dodge some random stuff from the sides, but it's actually not very difficult. You should have a feel for roughly where it's gonna go, and it doesn't really move around that much, so it's not a very hard spell in the end. Once again, another aim non. So after it goes berserk, it can get a little risky to restream. No, not that difficult still. Okay, this spell is pretty much just a blind killer and not much else. You just need to know that there's gonna be these fire trails shooting out from the ground. React accordingly, dodge in between. These give a ton of grace as well, and Suika will chase you, so you can do you can just safely do damage as well. It's just like backwards dodging, which I guess can be difficult, but it's not a very high difficulty spell. It's just sometimes you might get walled a bit. Alright, this non starts out random and then goes into just streaming. But because you're Marissa, you can't actually restream or do damage from like the side, so you have to wait for it to time out the streaming section. This spell, another blind killer, Suika will pop out from underneath you and then fire that giant thing. This is basically just a Tartagen reference, but you just move to the side, let the whole thing happen, and Suika will once again chase you so you can do damage. Marissa does take kind of long on this spell because Suika just doesn't go above you very much. But it's also not a very difficult spell, so not much of a problem. Alright. I believe this should be the final non, and very Gengetsu-like. So we start out with just a lot of random stuff. This section is actually very difficult, and we explode into the most difficult streaming non. The rocks, even though I said they have generous hitboxes, you can still very easily misjudge them, especially when you're forced to do vertical streaming if you stream too fast and you're forced into the side. And the first phase of that non is very random, can wall you. This spell, on the other hand, shouldn't be difficult. Once again, the rock hitboxes are very generous, and despite the spell being obscenely bright, you also have a hitbox indicator. It's very fast dodging, a lot of fast reading. But honestly, I think it's a very fun spell to dodge and it's not too difficult. Alright, the survival, very gimmicky spell. So, Suika fires this rock field, right? But then she's gonna fire off these boulders. You want these boulders to be in 3 distinctly different positions, which she'll chase you to them. And the reason is because they'll cancel bullets. So she'll pull the rocks in a bit, and then she'll fire this blast. You'll need to stand behind a rock to survive it. And every time you stand behind a rock, it will explode afterwards. And oh, that was pretty close. And the final phase, just go to the opposite side. Alright, final spell. This is a very difficult spell actually. It's a lot of random dodging and it's fairly quick. There's a very high tendency for the spell to wall you, so you have to be very good at dodging the hitboxes here, even though they're not very obvious. This spell is multi-phased, so this is the second phase. And now you have to go left and right to the chains around these rocks. Because the chains themselves have a hitbox, these are very strict, you can't go in them at all. Third phase, it just gets denser and denser every time, and the chance of you getting walled gets higher and higher. The rocks, the chains intrude further and further into the center area, so you have less and less space to dodge. Now, the funny thing about this spell is that there's a 4th phase, right? A 5th phase, a 6th phase, and a 7th phase. But you get to skip most of those phases, even with the weakest shot type, which is Reimu. But if you stop shooting, you actually get to dodge them, and phase 7 is really hard to dodge. Oh wait, what's this? Aris came back. Alright, 11th spell. This is a Danmaku barrier, because every fan game needs a Danmaku barrier spell. I am pretty sure that these first few waves are copied straight from PCB Extra. Now, this spell is actually not very hard. You don't really even need to know the route for the spell for most of these starting patterns. From this pattern onwards though, you might need to. So, oh, that's pretty risky. I believe it's this phase onwards that gets actually very difficult. Well, not very difficult, but difficult if you don't know what you're doing. So here you need to spin and then move outwards. Here you just need to make sure that you can spin alongside the pattern. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's gonna spin, but spin in here and then go in the center. Yukari has no hitbox here. And Yukari's also holding like a, I don't know, collapsed Suika. The final phase is supposed to mimic that of Iron, but it's also very easy. And that's the Phantasm stage. Very nice PHN end there. Good job, Sarah. I know.
Hello.
And once again we have another stage where the clear bonus is gigantic. Oh well. Alright, that was FDF2 Phantasm. It's a very interesting fight, I think. But it's also very easy, disappointingly. Alright, we have your run now. So HW. I'm not sure this is gonna fit. Oh well, it's okay.
It fits.
Lunatic extra, and then just do that. You used real Kobe. Alright. okay, that was very fast. Let me just readjust the video again.
Let me know when you're about to start.
Yeah.
SOHW got into the schedule because we're pretty much caught up now.
Yeah. I picked that FDF run because I wanted to commentate it instead of having Gastari kind of babble. But yeah, Gastari is gonna cover most of the main game runs on Saturday TRS. Okay, we're ready to start. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go. Okay, so SOHW also has a border system that you fill by grazing and spawning those harvest items or killing enemies quickly. And when you collect enough harvest items, it automatically triggers the border and it runs out after a while, and you can collect more harvest items and fill up the ring around you. You can fill that ring up to 3 times for 300% border gauge, and for every 100% you have when the border ends, you'll get a bomb piece. If you get hit during the border, it doesn't automatically trigger a border break. You have to press X yourself, and it counts as a bomb. But it doesn't consume a bomb, it just consumes the border, and you don't get the bomb pieces. Aside from that, Ryokobi is a shot that... it's basically like a... what was it? Sanai C in Marine Benefit. She fires these slow suns, but they pierce and they do a lot of damage. Oh, that's...
Yeah, I kind of messed up there, but it doesn't matter because I can just bomb and get a border immediately.
Oh, so you release that, you border break that just so that you can get some more grace for an even better border.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't really go to cap anything in this run. I just abuse the system.
Yeah, Lunatic Extra is not easy.
Yeah, it wasn't. I tried dodging some of this stuff, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna figure out how to cheese the whole thing.
Okay, so that alpha symbol above Lunatic Extra at the top right corner of the screen indicates that anomalies are on. So anomalies are alternate spells that can trigger after you do specific things on the stages. For this mid-boss, this first spell will get replaced by something else if you go over both of, if you touch both of these characters during the mid-boss dialogue. It's significantly more random than this pattern though.
Yeah, I'm not going for any anomalies in this run either. I just left it on because it's the default.
Yeah. Okay, so this spell, the bosses just chase your position. You'd like to try to manipulate it. Like, usually I see a 4-corner strat, but it's also very difficult. For this spell, any bullets that are spawned by the top boss Kagemo that get touched by the bottom boss Mei will get transformed. So on that final phase there, you did the right thing. Yeah, you want to... It's not the final phase actually. You want to make sure that Mei doesn't touch too many of those orbs, otherwise it's very dense and basically impossible to dodge. But in the final phase there just spawns walls that you want to go underneath Mei for, and it's very fast, so... Oh no, losing the level 3 border there. There is yes, there is an ending for every extra stage character. So for let me rephrase that. There's 4 characters in this game, and each of them have a different ending when you beat the extra stage. Yeah, the stage itself does give you a fair amount of resources, but it's still a very difficult boss fight.
Yeah, I think I finished like 0-0.
There is a hindrance to the bomb that Ryoko does, which is that the bomb itself has very few iframes. You can tell by the white circle that surrounds her. When it shrinks down to the sprite, then the iframes are over. It's not necessarily a downside though, because during the spells, when the iframes run out, the boss also loses bomb immunity. So you can actually do a fair amount of damage to the boss as well. Unfortunately, the lack of iframes does make some situations very, very unsafe. Oh. I think for this spell you're supposed to try to like misdirect the start of every wave to like more of the sides instead of just the center. Second on, the blue circles here will just aim at you, but the kunai walls that follow them, that just block your path, they're a bit hard to dodge, so yeah, a bomb is perfectly acceptable. Oh, probably they need a bomb there actually, since the whole pattern you can just tap to dodge, but if you weren't in position to stream it properly, then probably need the bomb. And it doesn't look like much, but this pattern does actually aim at you. Pretty much the whole thing. Alright, green on, the green circles will just fold inwards and aim at you. Oh no, don't do that. Oh no. yeah, that's what I was talking about the bomb iframes being non-existent. Okay, this spell, the crystals will start chasing you and spawning bullets.
I actually find this spell easier than the regular extra version.
Alright, yeah it is. Because it's a survival and you just get to do a 4-corner strat. You don't have to worry about damaging Mamo at all.
I hate the regular extra version of this spell.
Oh, that was a panic bomb. Okay, yellow non is completely random. It's also very difficult. Oh, border breaking for Grace.
I messed it up, so I don't remember if I have to bomb again. Now I get the second border.
Yeah, you do. And then you can get another one once the items descend, but they take a while to fall. It's okay, you get a level 3 border into the next spell. And this spell, I think, is basically undoable for anyone who's like not LMB level. It's a lot of very fast dodging. Oh no.
Even if you're trying to go for graze, it's annoying. Because the bullets around the outside are actually pretty big, so there's not that many of them. Yeah. So you can't get the graze easily.
The idea behind this spell is that you're supposed to spin it, like spin around the spiral and get towards the center, but for one, you start so far out on the spiral and there's so much random spam along the spiral that it's very difficult to spin fast enough since the orbs also close in on you very quickly.
It's a lot different than the regular extra spell where you don't have to really dodge while spinning. Oh, this spell is just Simon Says.
Yeah. And then after the Simon Says is done correctly, then she unfolds into this pattern when you can actually start damaging her, otherwise she's invulnerable. If you do it wrong though, she'll punish you with like knife spam. It can be very hard to dodge. Well, it is very hard to dodge on purpose.
I don't think I messed up the Simon Says thing in this one.
Oh wait, no, I remembered wrong. So if you get the Simon Says wrong, then she fires a bunch of like orb waves in like TSS fashion. It's not too hard to dodge, it's just there to like delay. And if you fail it long enough, or if you wait too long during the Simon Says section, then she'll punish you by firing a ton of very fast curvy knives.
Yeah, but if you just mess up, you just go to the bottom and dodge whatever. It's not that bad.
This non... Yeah, no.
The amulets are really dumb.
Yeah, these amulets are really stupid to read. Oh, auto break. Yep. If you touch any of the orbs here, they'll explode into a lot of arrows.
Is it based on grazing?
Yeah, like it's basically when you graze them.
Oh, that's why it's so hard with Ryoko.
Yeah, Ryoko has a giant graze box.
So you're basically gonna activate all the mines.
Indeed.
And then this none, the green is aimed and the orange is random.
Ryoko A is really bad in this game, yeah, but Ryoko B actually does a lot of damage. Pretty much everyone considers Ryoko B to be the best shot in the game. The only downside is the lackluster bomb, but the rest of the shot makes up for it. This spell, you basically need to like dodge very far to the left or right of the screen whenever the orange and red arrowheads close in, but there's a bit too much to dodge for a regular on most players.
Yeah, the regular extra version of this spell is fun, but this one is just no.
Thankfully, the border breaking gives you a lot of iframe, so you can go up and just graze a ton of bullets, get another border, come back down.
Yeah, you can chain a border to this whole spell.
Okay, if this non is just a mashup of the last couple, it is... Oh, you need to stream wider than that. Oh dear. It shouldn't be too difficult, but if you mess up like that, then yeah, you just get walled. This spell varies depending on which character you're playing. Oh, that's too high up. This one, there's the rainbow fireballs and then the dark fireballs, which you pretty much have to like know where they are, otherwise you can't see them. And then there's this phase where just walls get spawned in front and behind you. Oh, there's nothing to graze up there.
Yeah, you don't want to get a level 2 border if you're trying to chain them, because then you cancel everything, and that happens.
Oh no. Oh no. It's okay.
Yeah, I had trouble getting like the chain started that time, but if I get it going, then it's not too hard to keep it through the whole spell.
Okay, survival.
I hate this survival.
Yeah. So this survival has stuff that aims at you. You can kind of dodge it normally, like you just go in one side and then try to squeeze out the other. It's very similar to Flandre's survival in some sense, but when the next phase kicks in is when the spell gets really very difficult. I think impossible for most people. And this is where it kicks in, so Mamo will now spawn these spirals, and you're forced to follow them. Thankfully, the random fireball spam gets a slightly less dense for this phase, but it's still a lot.
It's still pretty bad. This spell is usually where all my resources go.
It's also a very long spell.
Yeah, it goes on forever.
Yep, this is Spleen Eater. Okay, the final section of this has these walls instead of the other gimmick. But this is also very hard to do because now there's also amulet spam. And it's very hard to graze this spell for border chaining as well, so yeah.
Yeah. It's basically, you gotta bomb a lot if you want to just survive through it.
I think the general idea is just stay outside because, I mean, staying in the center is just gonna get you walled by the fireballs, but not an easy spell by any means. Okay, this is her final. I say that final. There's still one star left.
This one actually isn't too bad.
This will be the final in normal extra. It's not very hard. So these walls will unfold and turn into kunai, but you just kind of have to stay slightly higher up than bottom. But it's okay. So now there's these pellets that will kind of just block your way slightly. You can micro them just fine, but ideally you don't wanna.
Yeah, I went for a micro there and failed it.
Yeah, you just want to use the transition between different walls to try to move into the right spot. And on the final phase, this isn't the final phase, she starts firing these dark orbs, and then final phase there's lasers as well. The lasers don't really get in your way, but the dark orbs definitely do. I think this spell you can also just chain borders just fine. It's a bit risky though, since you might not get back to the bottom in time.
Yeah, I didn't go for the chain. And then this spell the very last spell I also don't like. It was another one where I had to throw a lot of resources away to get through.
That spell is
at least until the last phase.
Master of Mind isn't actually like bullshit, it's just very difficult.
Yeah, it's not bullshit.
This spell, so she summons her 2 servants, the stage 2 boss and stage 4 boss of the main game, and they just fire their gimmicks. Unfortunately for you, Mamo is invincible until you take down both of her servants, and once the servants are taken down, they continue to fire patterns. In fact, they fire a different pattern.
Yeah, a more annoying pattern.
Yes. So Kagamo here is gonna move in a triangle and spawn these notes. Meanwhile, Meimei is gonna move in a square and spawn the stars. This is hell to dodge. Alright, that was phase 1. Giant laser. We need giant lasers in every fan game. And Meimei is back to spawning those stars. This time though, Meimei is the one moving in a triangle formation and Kagamo is gonna move in a square formation. But that is actually bad for you because Kagamo spawns more bullets.
Luckily phase 3 is, or at least for survival, where you're allowed to use borders. Phase 3 is actually pretty easy, as you'll see. Or, I guess not. Is this phase 3?
This is phase 3, yeah.
Okay. Well, once I take out the servants, then it gets a lot different.
Yep, this is the... well, I guess you can... there's not much distinction, really, but I guess you can call this phase 6 even. But yeah, the giant spark is very grazable.
This was the first time I got to this phase, so it took me a second to realize, oh, I can just sit here and graze.
Yep. Enjoying the moment, huh? And that's the extra stage. We're not done. That's the last spell.
Yeah, this is the last word, which is an optional spell, so even if I died to this, I clear.
Yep. The gimmick here is that some of the bullets will turn invisible, they'll flash invisible, and those bullets aren't real. They have no hitbox. This is just a visually confusing spell.
Yeah,
in practice it's not too difficult, but you can trip up very easily.
Yeah, I find the regular extra version easy, but this one's a little tougher.
Yeah, I mean, even now you can tell that it's already getting a bit hard to read properly. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's where I kind of...
Oh, nice clear. That's a very good iframe abuse.
Yeah, it's hilarious because when I cleared the regular extra, I didn't do anything like abusing the system like that because it was more like just learn a few spells and then bomb the other stuff.
Yeah, normal extra.
But this was like, oh, I can't learn anything, so I'll just cheese through the whole stage, and it worked.
Pretty much what you have to do. I think Creepy is working on like a lunatic extra NN, so.
Oh god.
It sounds undoable, but we shall see.
Yeah, I think overall the patterns in Lunatic Extra are harder than the main game extra.
They are, definitely.
Or at least on the same level.
Apart from Ura, but Ura is like...
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like the main game Lunatic.
Yeah. Alright, next up we have some DS scoring by Kirby Comment. Kirby Comment actually sent me a bunch of notes after the submission, so we'll read those out as we go. This was... oh, right, just scoring. That's not a difficulty, really. Okay, let's load it up, and then I'll bring up the notes. Replays. Yeah.
Well, you do get a good amount of lives for Lunatic Extra, and there's no, like, because of how the borders work, you're not going to accidentally break one. If you get hit and don't bomb, you'll just die. So I can see a Lunatic Extra no bomb being doable.
Okay, so because of a bug, we have to do this so that the game can set it to Hatate properly when viewing replays instead of Aya. Otherwise the replay will desync in glorious fashion. Alright, this is scene 6-7 of Hatate. This is RNG. So Kirby Comment says that lasers have static. Red glow bullets spawn randomly outside a certain radius.
The screen is black.
Oh,
the game
I forgot to... okay, never mind, I'm gonna restart that, but yeah. Hold on. I forgot to change the... look. Oh, that's... okay, wrong one. There we go. Alright, I'm restarting. Okay,
so these are Hatate scoring,
yes.
Not Aya?
No. Well, he's gonna do both. But this is a Hatate scene. So this is scene 6-7, it's RNG. The lasers are static, but the red fireballs are random. And the big round bullets that Yugi fires are what decides whether you die or not. So you saw that they spawn kind of like an oval. If they decide to expand a lot, you die, where you're dodging. But because of that, this is just an RNG scene. We're gonna play it again because these are so short. So the first photo there is just to get in position. And then from there, it's pretty much all just RNG. Praying to RNG that when you take the photo, that none of the bullets run into you. You can optimize this further by going closer to Yugi, but obviously that also means that you have a higher chance of dying. Well, much higher chance of dying actually. Alright, that's first scene. Next we have Aya, but we're gonna have to also quit out of this one because the game is now set to Hatate. Right, there we go. This is show scene 6, this is 7-3. You lure show into the corner, and you do 3 misdirects to the left, and then once more to the right, and then you take the photo. This makes the have a lot of bullet spam. You want to get as many arrowheads as possible. So, go into the corner, and left, left, left again, and right, take the photo. You want to get a nice shot timing of around 1.25 to 1.28. So nice shot in this game are when the circly effect around the boss shows up. The bigger it is, the better, which usually is at the start of the nice shot. But for this, you actually want to get a lower nice shot multiplier because you actually want just the base bonus of the bullets in the photo.
Was Hatate just used because Aya can't charge fast enough for that last scene?
Seems like it.
Well, in this one you have plenty of time to charge, so you can use Aya.
There's a bit of movement RNG where she will... okay, let me do that again. She'll move backwards in a varying ways, and that decides whether the bullet clump will be fired. Actually, why am I not... But I forgot I can do this. Here's the notes that Kirby Comment sent. Oh, the direction of the bubble clump is determined by where she's moving. Huh.
Oh yeah, I remember this scene. You don't want to be in front of her when she charges to the bubbles.
Yeah, definitely not.
But if you move out of just out of the way of the bubbles, it's actually pretty safe because she won't ram you usually. It's just the bubbles.
But yeah, this is a pretty nice movement manipulation to get as many bullets as possible. And it's pretty interesting that normally you want to go for as high a nice shot multiplier as possible because it's a multiplier, but having more bullets here is just more worse than the multiplier. And that's the scene. Alright, next we have Hatate again, so... Okay, this is a pretty early scene, isn't it? Yeah, 2-5. So you want to charge a lot. There's RNG in it, but it's based on where the first ring is, and the rest of it is based on the first ring's position. So that you can dash up and then don't die. You want to dash up so you can get macro bonus, I assume? Oh. Ah, there we go. Yeah, macro bonus. So that scene is all about just reading the correct RNG so you can dash up. And then you want to stop her from moving to the side so that there's as many bullets as possible. And the photo isn't cut off by the edge of the screen. And because Hatate's frame is wider, and because Hatate's frame is wider, then there's a greater risk of the screen causing cutoff.
It looks like her movement is random though, so you kind of have to wait until she moves back to the middle.
Kind of, yeah. The bullet RNG, yeah, I have no idea how this bullet RNG is working. I imagine that it's very subtle how the RNG is read. It scores 10k from the record. Wow. Okay, okay, I believe next to our world records that Kirby Comet is currently holding. So next is 11.8 by first I, yeah, so let's do that. Oh, this scene. Okay, so the knife lasers are static, so you can rotate. The first photo is straightforward, but afterwards there's the explosions that get fired right at where you were. And after every photo they fire more and more quickly. In a score run you want to use a very specific route so that the explosions are in the right position, and because of that, every photo that you take will have a different route, different execution. The explosions themselves are worth a lot of score. Doesn't matter how much of the explosions is included. So even if it's just a little bit, as long as it's being deleted by the photo, it'll give the same amount of base value.
That stretched knife sprite looks really weird.
Yeah. This scene's optimization is about timing the photo for the first frame of the knife shot. If you don't take the photo on the correct first frame, you lose like 10k score.
The only RNG looks like the blue bullets after the explosion.
Yeah, the rest of it looks pretty static. Of course, it's still a very tight route and the photo taking is frame perfect. And that is the current world record for the scene. And finally we have 7-1. This time with Aya. Another show scene. The non-spell scene. So this scene looks like there's some recent route innovation such that the third phase gets a lot more score now. First phase you want to get as close as possible for macro and risk bonus. And then the second phase you want to have the movement RNG such that show is moving in the same direction as the lasers. Third phase, Kirby Command is doing a horizontal photo style. So, let's have a look. So with the horizontal style you want to get much closer to show, which means that the Kirby lasers can just kind of screw you over. And I believe this should be the third phase. Yes. What the hell? Wow. The lasers are RNG, and this is just a very RNG reliant strat. Good god, how do you read these?
Yeah, even doing this normally is really annoying.
One more time.
Because I remember this scene. Because the first 3 photos were really easy, and then after that, especially the last 2, it gets really annoying.
So this is just the world. This is also the world record, but the optimization mostly comes from the last photo, having using the new strat, which is significantly riskier but worth a lot more. Yeah, that Kirby laser, those Kirby lasers look like close to impossible to read. Oh yeah, that photo got cut off a lot by the top of the screen. So to compensate for it, you do this. Oh my god. Oh, photo game scoring is spooky. And that's the 5 scenes that Kirby Comet has prepared for us today. And the final note is to shill Chum's new tournament. It's linked now. It's the photo game tournament Shoot the Spoiler. It's a photo game scoring scene. Photo game scoring competition. Anyone is free to participate and submit scores. But you can vote for which scenes are going to be played if you join now. You can join, you can vote up to June 14th, and even if you join afterwards, you can still participate and submit scores. But obviously, because the photo game tournament would have already started, you can't vote for the scenes anymore. And that's DS scoring. Thanks, Kirby Comment. I think we're already shilling the tournament in. Are we shilling the tournament in the TR server? Oh, we're not. We should do that. Okay. I'll settle that afterwards. We have one final run for today. It's an SA LNB. Oh Christ, don't start the run. This was done by Mero. And this is Marissa B. Alright, thanks. I'll post it. Actually, no, I can't post it. I think you might have to ask an actual mod in the TRS server, since I don't actually mod that server. Oh god, wrong window. Yep. Okay, good. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Oh, something's happening.
Did it desync?
No, the water shots are homing.
Oh.
I see, this is a mod.
Or did he do that one thing where you change the shot type at runtime?
No, because this is a replay. I don't think invalid shots work in replays.
They do for Wabauk.
I know they do, but this doesn't look like invalid shot behavior, so...
Okay.
I'm more inclined to believe that it's just a mod that changes the characteristics of Mercer B somehow.
Did they submit it as a mod or just as an SALMB?
They submitted it as an SALMB, but the video title says mod, so yeah, I assume that it's just for like entertainment and stuff. Alright, let me see what we can skip. Oh, it says none. I guess we have time, we can watch the run. Though this homing shot seems a bit strong.
What did the other Marisa shots, like the other Marisa B shots do? Hope we get to see them.
Yeah. Wait, what if there just aren't any other Marisa B shots?
No, then it's kind of boring.
I know. It looks like this shot suffers a bit from Rainbow B syndrome. But if you're too far away, where the homing isn't particularly powerful, so if you're too far away, the shots can't actually hit the boss.
Oh, there we go. The butt shot.
Back shot. And we're back to water. No, this submission says none for skip. But since we have time, I guess we can watch it. And I want to see the different shots as well. Everything is homing! Oh no.
Everything is homing.
Everything is homing.
Oh, I see. All the options are all homing while the main like green shot isn't.
Yeah. That does not look correct. This seems a bit, just a little overpowered. Oh my god, that damage! Okay, I think we're speeding this up. Since this seems like it's just a normal Mercer B play, but with the advantage of having a homing shot.
And I think they increased the power of the shot or something because it's doing way more damage than it should.
It might just be that with all the shots connecting, it deals a lot of damage. Since water isn't usually supposed to have everything connect. Like water is supposed to be the spread shot. So if you can have all the shots land, then it probably does a lot of damage. Normally that's not allowed, but if you make them homing.
Oh, I'm surprised that the water homing didn't cause trouble on the penultimate still.
Yeah. Not shooting.
It's gotta go for the grays.
Yeah, it looks like the homing is roughly the same homing as Reimu B, which means the homing itself actually kind of sucks. But unlike Reimu B, since the shots themselves appear to have their original damage, they do a lot of damage. Shackles is fine. I mean, this is just plain OP, isn't it?
The lasers aren't even going near him.
Yeah.
Because of how fast the homie kills everything.
This is a bit ridiculous. I think we can stop fast forwarding now. Oh, Princess Undine.
Princess, I'm dying.
Well, it dies pretty fast. Oh! Oh no! It killed every single spirit on this section.
He's good. At least he should have a good chance to use the back shot on Ori with the safe spots.
God, I mean the homing itself doesn't seem to do like. You need to be at a very specific distance and range from the enemy for the homing to be useful. But the back shot is already so powerful. Yeah, that was the first miss. Oh my god. Oh, didn't even have to dodge the hard part of that pattern. Oh my god, Catwalk is dying fast. Please cap Catwalk. Oh wow. Good job.
No, he has to do pop forward though.
It's okay. Meru is pretty good. Oh! Okay. That seemed a little spooky. Alright, are we gonna see some orange safe spots? Please. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's too much damage. If Kastari was here, I'm sure he'd be I don't know what his reaction would really be, but probably would make him really realize that Reimubi sucks ass.
Yeah, he'd be mad that Reimubi doesn't do that much damage.
The star even told me earlier that he might join voice call, but we're on the SA run and he's still not here, so he's never gonna come in.
Actually, I feel jealous and I play Reimu A.
This is more damage than Reimu A. Granted, it's Mercer box, so maybe.
Oh yeah. You
Oh, that was. Okay. Oops.
But he's got plenty of lives left.
Okay, well, I don't know. Invalid shot types don't really work like this. This is just a mod that makes the shots of Mercer be home. With an invalid shot, you have the shot type arrangement become different, and generally, if I'm not wrong, Mercer V just doesn't function as an invalid shot base. Well, 2 miss no bomb so far is really good pace. Granted, the shot is broken, but still, pretty good dodging. Yeah, the shots are firing considerably slower than they would normally. Probably to make sure that the homing can actually do anything. If they fired at a regular speed, I think the homing wouldn't be able to home in on anything at all.
Maybe they increase the damage each shot does to compensate for shooting slower.
That seems a bit silly though. Yeah, this is just a mod, I think. I don't know where he got this mod, but we might need to get Kastari to play this mod.
I wonder if Reimu A shot home in this mode.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Oh, nice. Very good wall. Probably the wrong gap to go into though. It might be that the shot foul was just edited directly. Wow. Oh, I see. That works.
It's like that looks like something a score runner would do for that non.
Yeah. Well, I think for like high-level SA score runs, you already have max multiplier by this point, so that grace is kind of useless. But
oh, I don't know. I don't know why you would do that then, because it's just
risky.
Oh, I think I know why. So he could get more of the water shot.
He wanted to just kill it faster. Oh boy.
What's he doing? Oh, he's trying to get in some damage at the start.
Yeah. So much damage. This is actually ridiculous how fast it died. And Subsuck is dying really fast too. GG! That was a 4 miss no bomb, 2 Mr. Petaflare. Typical Petaflare. Oh, great. Thank you. Let's not do that. Okay. That's all we have for today. Yeah. I don't know, that just felt like Mercer-B, but with like godly damage, because normally Mercer-B already handles the stages just fine. Still though, nice dodging on UNR and stuff, even though the Petaflare was kind of a disaster. Yep, that's all we have for today, so last stuff to plug. Oh yeah, the stream didn't die today. I guess it was the variable bitrate setting that caused problems. Once I set it back to a static one, then we didn't have a single disconnect this time. Okay, stuff to plug. TR's Discord server, I think pretty much everyone here is already in there, but if you're not, then join the Discord server. We have a lot of activities in there. And you get to know about upcoming TRS streams and stuff in there. And if you submitted something and you want to make changes to it, you can also do it in there. Other stuff. Next week we will host once again regular TRS schedule. We are starting to run out of replays though. It seems like we have 5. No, wait, no, we missed one. 1, 2. That's, what can I count? 7, 9, 12, 16 replays left in the queue, which is basically 1 week's worth. Once we've caught up, Gastari says that he'll fill it right back up using a contest of some sort. So, I still don't know when I'm gonna have to go, like, serve the military, so if after he fills up the queue and then I have to go, he's gonna have to either find someone else or he's gonna be drowning in the queue again. Well, whatever the case, that's all we have for TRS today. Join the Discord server, tune in next week, go play SOHW, and we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.